We play.
We fight.
We conquer.
Welcome to the Freak Show. I am your host today, Bumpy McSquigums, and we're diving in. We're going to be checking out a PS4 game, Gundam Breaker 3 Break Edition. Now, I've been a fan of Gundam for many years. I've not stayed up with it for a long time, but I've been getting back into it recently, and I forgot how much I really enjoy just the concept, the idea, and many of the animes and shows and stuff around Gundam. And over the years, I have collected a few Gundam games whenever I saw the opportunity to do so. In addition to that, I have also just recently really started to hoover them in. Bandai Namco, please work with me. Please work with me. Like, the Gundam stuff does not get enough coverage as is, and I am more than happy, excited, and willing to just dive into the universe and cover anything and everything. So, that being said, you guys are going to see a big influx of just Gundam stuff, because that's kind of, I had a very Gundam Christmas. Gundam stuff on the channel. This is one that I kind of saw back in the day, and I was like, I'm not sure about it, but I got to see some gameplay. And I'm going to include in my various links that I throw into the description another channel, Crazy Comrade, who is another big mecha fan, and he enjoys many things Gundam. And I'm going to basically be rehashing a lot of stuff that he has already treaded. So if you want to see a different perspective, he does a live stream versus me doing these YouTube videos specifically. And I just happen to like his content. So definitely check that out. The link will be in the description down below. So if you want to see his playthrough, I'm going to try to link his playlists. I've already asked him, and he's more than willing to let me do that. So, yeah, I got my hands on this for Christmas. It was great. It came out originally in 2017, the Break edition of it, and again, by Bandai Namco, and I am here for it. I played around a little bit trying to get the settings right. I think we're good on the settings. So I am ready to start a new game, and hopefully you are ready to enjoy it as well. If a new game is started, save data and hard disk will be over. I'm okay with that. That's fine. Overwrite and start. Let's do it. Yeah, I'm good. Let's do it. All right, import save data. I don't have Gundam Breaker 2, so unfortunately that's not going to be a thing that happens. So I'm not going to import now. Maybe down the line, maybe I'll reach out and see if I can get my hands on that or something. But yeah, we're going to be going that route. All right, start the game with no save data import. Cool. A ray of light that reaches the heavens. It's been a year since the space elevator was completed. I am going to be talking over the Japanese voice acting. Weekends are for family trips to the moon. Make no mistake, if such a future were to come to pass, everyone would welcome it eagerly. But that isn't going to happen anytime soon. The reality is that construction of the lunar station and space colony, our destination, starts from here on out. And as for my reality, I guess that would be my daily stopover at the Game Center. Thank you for visiting again today, Ms. Misa. Thanks for your warm welcome every day, Info-chan. My, you're here again today. What a lonesome way to spend your youth. Hey, welcome me too. Aren't I a customer? Customers spend money, kid. Just hanging around all day don't make you one. It's fair. Eloot, Granny, this claw on the thing is way too big to pick up any prizes. Be quiet. It's been checked and nothing's wrong with it. Info-chan shouldn't be doing the checking. It's impossible for humans to move this thing by micrometers. It's 100% doable for robots, and for humans if they surpass their limits by 120%. You're talking in circles again. Jeez, I'm not gonna forget this. Oh, you're leaving? Come again. I'm going to take a look at the simulator too. The first customer entered the simulator just a while ago. Play will commence in a moment. Cool. Really? Alright, so I'm gonna maybe pause the game here in a minute. I'll be able to do a bit of talking over it. Oh, this looks so cool. I love this opening sequence. So this is clearly a branded version of the Gundams. Alright, so we're going to get thrown right into the deep end here. Mission start, please commence. So essentially, we are apparently playing some sort of simulation with our Gunpla, which are the real-life models of actual Gundams that you see in the shows and stuff. So that's what we're going to be doing. We start off with a GM from, I guess, the very beginning. Well, not the beginning. It was actually quite late into it, but the very first Mobile Suit Gundam situation. So, yeah, the OG, the original. They had the GMs. But we seem to have, like, a specialty GM here. And as we go and we take down all these things, we're going to start getting parts for this. And as we get the parts, we're going to be able to build up additional Gundam, well, I guess it's mobile suit frames, and kind of build our own specialty Frankenstein version of it. Or we can go and stay faithful and true to the, you know, maybe the Zaku 2 we want to go with or something. You know, we can actually build those if we get all the parts for it. Which I think is pretty cool. Oh, okay. Alright, so we have, right now, we have various maneuvers. I am dodging and kind of biding my time here a little bit so I can talk about this. We have ranged attacks, and it's all based on what parts we have and what, you know, weapons we can equip to said parts. We have, again, ranged attacks. We have a lot of melee attacks. It is designed for melee combat. You'll see all over the place we have certain special attacks and things that we can do. In the bottom right, there's like a sword and a repair thing. If I hold R1, which we'll do here in a second. If I hold R1, you see how it says cross slash and armor repair. If I do cross slash, I just go at them and I attack. Now, if I hit the D-pad in any direction, it opens up this menu, and I can choose which of those weapons that I want as my choice. If I want the head Vulcan, which I have right now, I'm going to try to get into a position here to start shooting. Alright, so we're shooting. If I hit circle, I then also fire the head Vulcan. Now, the head Vulcan only fires in front of me. So, you see, I'm hitting circle. It's wherever I'm facing, it's doing the shooting. It's a lot easier to miss, while this you kind of lock on and you can strafe around. If I go up, we'll have the repair kits. If I go right, we'll have the beam saber. The beam saber you can actually couple with your other attacks, with our big sword that we have here. We have basic light attacks coming through with just the square, and then we have the big heavy attacks coming through as well. So that's kind of it for right now with what we've got available to us. And our health and our armor and all that stuff is on the left-hand side. The little green stuff there is if we're hurt at all, we are able to pick up health and kind of replenish ourselves a bit. There's a blue chest over there that I just saw. Alright, and good. We took him down with the gun. It does take our gun a little while to reload. You see it down at the bottom. It overheats, technically. Alright, we're going to go ahead and we're going to hit him with one and then switch to our beam saber. We're going to go directly for the beam saber attack on this one. And then to finish off there. And more things are going to be teleporting in, essentially. Alright, I'm going to switch back over to this. And we're going to do a little bit of the old... enjoy our head Vulcans here. So I know not everybody is obviously, not everybody is a Gundam fan. So, oh, I didn't actually have the head Vulcans out. It's unfortunate. I had the healing. I just wasted a bunch of healing for no reason. It's fine. Not everybody's a Gundam fan, but like I said, I really have enjoyed this over the many years of my old, ancient, decrepit life. And they're still going. They're putting out new stuff all the time, and it's just fun. And there's always a bit of a deeper meaning behind everything. You know, it's war's awful, and I mean this isn't the only deeper meaning. War's awful, and oftentimes there's a lot of shades of gray and just you know, good people on both sides. It's not necessarily, you know, good and bad. There's good people on both sides. Sometimes there's no real right or wrong side. They just have different beliefs, and they can't agree on whatever, and you know, there you have it. But it's awful, and bad things happen to good people, and good things happen to bad people. It's just, Gundam's generally pretty deep in general, generally speaking. Of course, generally. But yeah, no. So this game looked like a lot of fun. It looks to me, and I believe Crazy Comrade said this in the video I was watching of his, that this is almost the natural progression of one of my favorite games that I got to play back in the PS2. I think it was, no, maybe it was PS3 era as well. The PS3 era, and that was Dynasty Warrior Gundam 2. Dynasty Warriors Gundam 2. Really, really enjoyed that one. It was a lot of fun. And, yeah, I didn't realize, I mean, obviously I realized there was a Dynasty Warriors Gundam. Oh, so we lost our arm right now. We have to, okay, I came back. Eventually, they do, like, get, like, reattached to us. Like, we pull them back in so long as we're not, like, completely destroyed. Alright, I think we can defeat these guys pretty easily. And I'm going to go with the Beam Saber now. So in there, you basically, like many of the Dynasty Warrior games, you go around and you just chop and chop and chop and chop and attack and attack and attack and attack, and you're fighting a multitude of like hundreds of enemies at times, dozens, and a lot of them are just like super weak, nothing enemies. And there's, you know, these guys right now are kind of weak enemies, right, compared to what we are. We haven't fought any boss characters or anything like that just yet. So by and large, this is like that. But think of like probably 20 times the amount of enemies, or at least 10 times the amount. Anyway, this is a natural progression. We have a bit more agency with our mobile suit. We have a bit more like specific battles that we're into, like little mini clashes and skirmishes, versus just, you know, wading into a large quantity of enemies at all times. So yeah, that definitely appealed to me. And that was exactly what I was thinking. I was like, man, this just feels like an extension or like a different type of Dynasty Warriors game. And yeah, this is exactly what he felt too. So pretty cool stuff. And yeah, I had to get my hands on this. This was added to my wish list for my wife to acquire for me for Christmas. And super happy that it came in. I was going to be a little late. And no, it got here on time. Actually, a couple days early. It was supposed to be here on the 28th, got here on the 23rd, I believe, which is pretty cool. All right, so looking around the map, there's not really much else to gather here. And I know I haven't really been calling out all like the various different mobile suits. I've seen some Zaku's, I've seen some Doms. I don't know every mobile suit yet. I am still playing catch-up from years of not watching. I've just started Zeta Gundam. I'm watching some War in the Pocket. I have 2 more episodes of Wing to finish. So, you know, I'm on that hustle. These are Zaku 2s. These are great. I love these. This is, I don't know what it was called, but this is the thing that was the final thing that Char was piloting in the original Mobile Suit, this legless wonder here, in Mobile Suit Gundam, the OG. I am not sure what that thing was there that I took down. And you'll see that we're starting to pick up items as we go around. It will it'll pop up sometimes in the middle of the screen. I'm not sure if it pops up on the right side or not. Now, I did try new Gundam Breaker, and I'm sure it's for, like, some people probably really like it. It did not have the same feel as this. So I don't want to, like, caution or say, oh, that's a terrible game or anything like that. Like, that's not what I'm here for. But it definitely has a different feel than what this game has for me. So I do caution you guys to maybe look into it a little bit more. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll try to cover it on the channel at some point. But I had significantly less fun with that. Alright, I'm not sure what this mobile suit even is. But I am willing to bet that, okay, I'm the boss around here when it comes to Gunpla. Got it? Hello, can you hear me? Sorry to butt in. We've been waylaid by a nasty chap who goes around looking for beginners to bully. Oh, and we are in a GM, so that makes sense. But he isn't all that strong, so just relax. Hey, you, stay out of this. He looks pretty strong, honestly, but we got our head Vulcans going at him too. All right, I'm going for broke here. All right, I'm gonna start tearing off hopefully parts of his body. He does look like he's got a poise meter or something, too. I'm still alive. He is very tanky. You see that, like, little yellow bar down at the bottom there? I think if we get through that, he is then now staggerable and we can start chopping off parts. And we're comboing our basic main sword attack with our laser beam attack, our laser blade attack. And then we just did a super move, and it's the Gerbera Tetra or something? And we defeated it. Alright, cool. We got the Ultron Gundam pack, which I believe was 05's mobile suit. Wu-Fei Chang's mobile suit, and Wing Gundam. Alright, and we got some ace points there, and good times. Like I said, I had to play around a little bit. I did like a mission and a half just to kind of get a feel for it, get the settings right. I feel like the music's a little bit low, or maybe I turned down the sound a little bit too much, but we'll play around and we'll try to get it perfect for you guys. I'm really excited, guys. You know, like I said, I get to dive into a fandom that I've really enjoyed and have kind of mostly ignored. You saw some SD Gundam G Generation Cross Rays. I also got my hands on G Generation Genesis, and there's a few other Gundam games that I'm going to be throwing into the mix. So hopefully you guys can get into it and get behind it and just enjoy it alongside me. Like I said, it's going to be a lot of fun for me, and that usually translates to a lot of fun for everyone. So, all right, I'm not sure exactly how we're going to parse a lot of the information that we're going to have here because I don't know enough about the game yet. But I'm looking forward to seeing this. Usable when equipped machine gun. 200% continuous damage range DPS. It is a machine gun EX action. Okay. We have a cross/saber EX action, which we already had, and armor repair. So these are actually just the three that we already had. These might be like better versions of it, maybe? I'm not positive. Or maybe it's just showing us what we picked up. All right, we got an anti-ship rifle. That looks pretty cool. It's from Azuda. I don't know what Azuda is. We have the classic Zaku machine gun. Very nice. I will probably end up using that. I do like, for me, the most iconic of mobile suits. It's not my favorite mobile suit. It's up there. It's like top 5 maybe for me. The most iconic mobile suit, when I think of, you know, any kind of mobile suit Gundam, whatever, a lot of people might think of the Gundams and so on and so forth. For me, it's the Zaku 2, like, or the Zaku just in general. I always consider like, oh, it's a Zaku. There are Zaku 2s are the ones that you usually see, but like to me, that's the most iconic, where my mind flashes to immediately. But for me, my favorite mobile suits have to be the variants of the Tallgeese and the Epyon, which again, if you watch my SD Gundam G Generation Cross Rays, you'll know that I love the Tallgeese and the Epyon. So definitely, and I also like the Gushian Rebake Full City, I guess is what the whole thing is. From IBO, I think that was a pretty cool one. All right, the Gerbera Tetra. We have the Ultron Gundam backpack part. Interesting. And some low-quality plastic. All right. Well, we're going to acquire all of that, and we're going to see where that puts us. Nice work. Those skills of yours aren't too shabby. I'm Misa. Nice to meet you. Cool. What's up, Misa? I haven't seen you before. Which team are you with? You don't have a team. Well, how convenient. My neighborhood is just a small shopping arcade. Ever since the new department store at the train station, we've been getting fewer customers. You've heard of Times Universe, right? No? They do all sorts of businesses besides running department stores. They're a really huge international corporation. Recently, they've entered the space industry, too, it seems. At any rate, the Times Universe built that department store at the station, and they've taken all of our customers. Huh. To get more publicity for our shopping arcade, I've formed a Gunpla team under its name. That's cool. And so I'd like to scout you for the Ayato Shopping Arcade's Gunpla team. I mean, yeah. Sure, I suppose. Alright, that looks pretty cool. Hey, or hi, oh, how was your day? Dad, I'd like to introduce you to somebody. Sorry, it's just auto-advancing. I wasn't even thinking to read. Oh, did you find someone to join your team? Well, actually, I was expecting something like, what are you thinking? I won't allow anyone near my daughter. Let's take this outside. Nope. Sorry, kid. She must have forced you to come here with her, huh? I'm Misa's dad, Yuichi. Nice thing. Anyway, I registered you for the Town Cup. The tournament's just around the corner. Oh yeah, our first goal is to win the Town Cup. I'm counting on you. Okay. Nice apron is what I meant to say. Okay. The VR hangar is a projected virtual space where you can prepare your team for the next Gunpla battle by accessing the in-hangar equipment with your avatar. You can access various functions, setup counter for customizing your Gunpla, mission counter for missions and team member selection, arena shop, multiplayer counter. Alright, cool. Additional DLC missions become selectable. New machines will appear in additional DLC missions. Toggle between DLC and normal missions with the options button. Alright, got it. Alright, and here we are in our hangar, I guess. We're just some dude in a yellow, yeah, normal suit, I think is what they call these. What's this? Oh, we can ascend or descend the floor? Eh. And then there's our totally Gundam Breaker branded mobile suit, or our Gunpla, as it were. And again, just so you guys know, like, and I'm sure many people know, and people can definitely elaborate more than this, but the Gundams and all of that to begin with have all been designed to be, you know, fun toys and models and things that people can build. And the official models and such of the so cool, it's so cool. The official models and stuff of the Gundams were always considered the Gunpla. So this is essentially like you build your model, you take it to a place, I guess they scan it in, and then you get to control it in like a simulation and battle others. That's how I'm going to interpret what's happening here in Gundam Breaker. So it's kind of a cool concept. It's kind of neat. I do like what I see. All right, I don't know where to begin. We got setup here. We got mission counter there. You know, let's take a little bit of time and play around with the setup. I'm not going to try to spend a tremendously huge amount of time in this, because I do want to play a bit more. I'm going to try to maybe do a lot of our changes and setup and stuff off camera, but every once in a while we'll just dive into this and we'll play around so you guys can see all the various cool different things you can do. Because it does look like there's a tremendous amount that you can actually tweak and modify to get that exact look that you want. So again, you can go totally off the base items and let, you know, your imagination run wild with just, you know, attaching a green arm with a red leg and a, you know, a Gundam head on a Dom body or whatever the case is. Or you can kind of mix and match and get them all there and then paint them a specific color scheme that you want to run with. So there are a lot of options there. In setup, you can rearrange your machine's parts, paint your machine, edit your machine's name, photograph your machine, and more. The available features will increase as you progress through the mission. Save your favorite mech loadouts in the design plans by pressing the triangle button. Load saved machines by pressing square. Saving loadouts of your favorite machines will come in handy. I will say that I think you can replay missions, and I may do some mission replaying on my own time when we're not on camera, so you guys don't have to see a lot of the run back, just to maybe acquire additional parts or something along those lines. I don't know if that's going to be something that's viable or something that's useful to do, but just throwing it out there. All right. So we can save a design. So I'm going to save this design as just the basic GM. And you know what? I think that might be a running theme for me. Also, the confirm and the back buttons are backwards, so I feel like I'm playing on a Nintendo Switch. It's not. It's clearly not, but that's what it feels like. Because X is always confirm and circle's always back for like 99% of the games that I play on PlayStation. So it's weird to have these backwards. And I did look in the options. There is no option to change that. Now, when you play the game itself, the jump button's where it should be. Like, everything's where it should be. But just the menu selection, I don't know why it's backwards. It is what it is. All right, let's go into assembly. Let's see what kind of parts that we picked up. Here you can fine-tune your Gunpla by arranging parts, or rearranging parts, adjusting settings for option, equipment, and EX actions, and exchanging unwanted parts for GP, which probably has something to do with something. As you collect more and more parts, it becomes harder to find the part you want in your inventory. When this happens, make sure you use the sort and filter functions. Okay, that makes sense. And the options labels. All right, or start button labels. Sort allows you to list parts in order according to 3 different variables. Filter lets you filter parts according to factors such as part level, rarity, weapon category, label, and even the series it originated from. That's sick. Okay. In addition to melee weapons, ranged weapons, and shields, there are devices that can be equipped on an assembled Gunpla and used in battle. Option equipment is categorized into gauge consumption type weapons, weapons that can be used a limited number of times, and weapons with no usage limitations. The option gauge automatically regenerates. Durability recovery is also possible by equipping the repair kit. EX actions, powerful special attacks that can be activated during battle by attacking/regenerating over time. You can learn EX actions specific to weapon types and EX actions linked to parts as you clear missions and create parts. By continuously using some EX actions in battle, you can learn new EX actions or upgraded EX actions. Alright, that's kind of neat. Alright, GN Sword. I mean, we don't really have another option for that, so we're sticking with that. It does look pretty cool, though. I'm not mad at it. Oh, that's cool. So, we have our Gunpla sitting on some sort of, like, stand to hold it up, and then we can look around. Ah, that's kind of cool. I like that. The little black thing that's, like, right up into the crotchal region there. Okay, so, hold on. We've got the GN Sword 3. I don't know, what does HG stand for? Is that like level? Right now we are using the beam machine gun. We have a GN sword rifle mod. What does that mean? Sorry, GN sword 3 rifle mode. I can read sometimes, guys and gals, I promise. Oh, that's pretty sick. So our GN Sword 3, right? It switches over to rifle mode. You see how the blade goes on the back of the arm? And then you could... That's so cool! Sorry. I really like that. I think that's awesome. Okay, then we have the Zaku machine gun. And then we have an anti-ship rifle that's just massive. I want the machine gun, but, you know, I'm probably going to go with the anti-ship rifle just to see what it's like. Oh, let's get back into setup. Sorry, I hit the back button. Apologies. It's so big. I mean, oh, you can zoom out only to that point. We're just dragging it on the ground. It's so big. That's gonna be pretty cool, I think. All right, head. Wait, do we? Oh, I didn't equip it. Let's equip it. There it is. We only have the GM3, the Gundam, the G3 Gundam. Here we can switch arms. Oh man, we're beefy with this. Ranged weapon burst ability. I mean, I don't think that's really going to be that useful. Well, we do gain some oomph. You know what? Let's build a Frankenstein monster, or Frankenstein's monster, I suppose. What is it? Oh, that looks so much cooler and more functional than this. But this apparently has a 1% higher boost and gives us more health, or armor, as it were. Which is health. We got the shield. And then the actions that we have. Dang it, I did it again. Sorry. So we have Head Vulcan as optional equipment. Oh, we can have a 110 millimeter autocannon? How? Hold for rapid fire. Where does it come from? Like I want to see where that's at. Machine gun in the forearm. Oh, okay. Sure. We'll pretend that that's a thing that we totally can see. Diffuse bullet. I'm not using a machine gun right now. All right, you know what? Let's do it. Let's switch to the machine gun. I want to see the anti-air rifle or ship rifle, but let's switch to the machine gun because we can then throw this in there. And this is going to give us a benefit here. A pretty heavy one. All right. I think that's about the best we can do with the stuff that we picked up this time around. All right, I'm going to hit back. I am going to save and move to tab. Okay, and then I think from here we can save the design up here. And can we rename it? No, it's just we have to go by the look and like what shows that we have equipped. I'm okay with that. All right. Auto select walk orthodox. It's funny. All right, it looks it looks like there's going to be a lot that we're going to be able to do. And again, like I said, I don't want to spend like a tremendous amount of time getting into this too deeply, but I do want to at least show you guys kind of what you can do. So not only can you change the look and, you know, like what your mobile suit or your Gunpla is, you can also change various stats for actually using it in combat, making it stronger, tankier, better. I imagine that HG is probably like a tier level of the equipment. So like everything we have right now, I think is all HG1. So I don't know what HG again stands for, but I imagine if we get like tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, tier 5 items, they're going to change that. That's going to be the HG level going up. Here you can paint the assembled Gunpla. Color and texture and weathering stains can be customized for each part. Add details like emblems and caution marks, or choose from our 3 preset themes to quickly switch between oh, that's interesting. In addition to coloring individual parts, you can paint the entire machine. Select parts of the same color to paint using square. Aside from choosing surfaces for your parts, you can also adjust details like patterns, coloring, glossy finishes, metallic finishes, and save your favorite surface finishing to the palette using save surface. Cool. Color selections can be done using HSB, RGB, or palette modes. Okay. Okay, this is kind of cool. And then the emblems that we can put all over the place. Neat. Now, there are R3 preset themes. Oh, this looks pretty sick. Oh my god. That's incredible looking. Ooh. Ooh. You think they've got that's kind of underwhelming. I said, do you think they got like freak show colors? No, I'm gonna have to do that at some point. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make a preset theme. But the Ace White, that is pretty slick. I do really like the Command Crimson. That looks real hot with how the shield is. So the shield doesn't seem to change colors all of the time. Justice Red is kind of Sonic Orange. That's more of a yellow, but I guess it's maybe slightly orange. I don't dislike the Blast Green, but it just doesn't work with the shield. I think the Crimson is where it's at, man. I think we're definitely doing that. All right. Well, there you go. We're just gonna go with one of the defaulted ones, maybe a cop out. But yeah, no, I'm here for it. I think it looks real good. All right, we're gonna save the design to save right over this one. Replace, and that is, I think, pretty much gonna do it for our episode, guys and gals. I really hope you guys enjoyed this first little bit. Look at it. It's so dead sexy. This first little bit of Gundam Breaker 3 Break Edition. It comes with all the DLC and everything else attached to it. So looking forward to playing it. Looking forward to diving into it a bit deeper and getting into it some. Hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys just enjoy the content coming up in the future anyway. As always, you know, I do a lot of tactical turn-based strategy games and just a ton of other stuff on top of it. But yeah, you're going to see a lot more Gundam stuff coming through, and I'm going to continue to push and beg Bandai Namco to acknowledge that I exist and hopefully work with me, because again, there is not enough folks covering Gundam stuff out there, and I definitely think I'm 100% a right fit for this. So, and yeah, several other folks are out there that could definitely be a right fit too, that, you know, maybe not have the viewers or the subscribers or whatever. So anyone that I find that I really enjoy, I will always, of course, try to showcase them and share them in any way I can. That's why, like I said, down below, guys and gals, in the description, I'm also going to probably pin it in the comment of this first episode. And that is Check out Crazy Comrade. Does a lot of cool mecha Gundam stuff. Highly recommend you check out his content. I really enjoy watching it. I've shown up to several of his streams. He's a fun guy. I like him. Talk to him a bit. Good stuff, good content, and I highly recommend you check it out. And, you know, support and love other content creators, guys and gals. It's not me versus everyone. You know, we're all kind of in this together, bringing entertainment to the world, and we all have our own different tastes and takes on things. So definitely, if you got a few minutes, go check it out. And who knows, maybe you'll find your new favorite content creator or just another one that you like amongst the many others. Anyway, folks, if you want more information about the game, where to get the game, I don't have a where to get the game necessarily. I had to get this off of Amazon, so I was pretty lucky in that sense. So maybe that's one of the things. But I'll have all relevant links I can down below, like, you know, Bandai Namco's. If there's a website directly for this, all that stuff will be down below in the description of the video. As always, like, subscribe, share. You guys know the score for the YouTube algorithm. Not gonna bug you about it again. Thanks again for stopping by. Can't wait for episode 2. Hopefully you guys are on board with it. Till then, I've been your host, Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you so much for stopping by the Freak Show. We play, we fight, we conquer.